All hail B, it's your boy Big BB, and we are back for another edition of Big Beard Business. Listen, man, you know, on this channel, we find ways to improve your confidence via compliments using the wonderful world of fragrance, and today is no different. Today, we're hopping into a fragrance list that I think a lot of you out there will find beneficial, because today, my friends, we're discussing 5 fragrances that melt women's hearts. Yes, you heard me. If you want to get to a heart a little bit quicker, then these fragrances will help you out. Now, full disclosure, okay, this is not the only thing you need to do. Can't be a jerk, or maybe you can, all right? But listen, okay, we're gonna hop into it. Nonetheless, we're gonna talk about these fragrances because I feel these fragrances will do just that and helping you warm your heart up a little bit and make it melt. The first fragrance up was originally released in 2018, and although I wasn't a fan right out of the gate, it did warm my heart, and it does warm the heart of many out there as well. This fragrance comes from Tom Ford, and this one is Tom Ford's Lost Cherry. Now, Lost Cherry is this candy-like fragrance that features obviously the notes of cherry. You also have rose, almond, tonka. This fragrance is really a powerhouse scent. Now, it is sweet and a bit synthetic, might I say, but the fragrance does smell amazing, and ladies do enjoy it. In fact, this fragrance is a unisex fragrance, and you might even notice that maybe somewhere that there is a women's video recommended along with this fragrance. Somewhere here on this video, you might see it, because Lost Cherry is a fragrance that really gets women going. They enjoy it on themselves, and I'll tell you, man, the key to melting their heart is to have this one with you too, because a lot of guys aren't opting for this fragrance. You spray this one on, smell amazing, smell better than your peers, my friend, and set yourself apart. Tom Ford's Lost Cherry. Next up on our list, we have a fragrance from GIVENCHY, and this one is a newer fragrance and one of the fragrances that I find to be one of the best flanker releases of 2022 thus far. This one is GIVENCHY Gentleman Reserve PRIVEE. Now, this fragrance is really different in the sense that this fragrance was co-created by master perfumers as well as master distillers, and this thing here really does a lot well. Now, as you may notice, when I said master perfumers as well as master distillers, there is a boozy nuance to the scent, and it's one of those things that helps break through on that designer side, as this is one of these fragrances that make a man smell like a man, but in addition to that, it's really mixed in with some floral aspects, the components of notes that you may not think would be in a boozy scent. This fragrance features whiskey, bergamot, benzoin, iris, cedarwood, vetiver, and chestnut, and to me, it's a phenomenal fragrance. This is one of those close encounter sensual fragrances that I don't feel like you can miss with. This fragrance is great for nights, not really a daytime fragrance in my opinion. This is one of those ones when you are going to maybe a cigar lounge, you're going for, you know, a nice dinner and you're dressed up a little bit, maybe a little bit more business casual than casual itself. This is a fragrance that I would urge you to wear because it's a very nice fragrance, going to really draw them in a little bit more and help you get that key to their heart a little bit more quickly and melt it for sure. Now, this next fragrance is one that I'm stamping and saying, hey, my friend, if you want to get the ladies' attention, you want to melt their heart, this is one of those fragrances you should go to. And I may be a little bit biased here, but it does work. The fragrance that I'm talking about is none other than that of NAVITUS PARFUMS XO Brandy. Now, this is part of my latest release with NAVITUS PARFUMS, and this one is going to be better suited for fall and winter, but I do know people on the day-to-day today who wear this in the spring, and compliments still roll in. They're still getting those extra looks and winks from their wives because this scent here does the trick. With XO Brandy, you can expect notes like Daviana, African almond, date fruit. Of course, you're gonna get that brandy accord. You also get African coffee absolute, you get Tulu balsam, heliotrope, cane sugar, Indonesian patchouli, and sandalwood and cedarwood, just to name a few of the notes that you would expect here. I've really created this fragrance to be one of those for that close encounter, cuddle buddy action when you wanted to make sure that that person who was around you felt special. It really wanted to make it where that person who were around you, when they left you, they wanted this fragrance over and over again to have this addictive quality, hence the booze there. And I think that we've done it just with this fragrance. Be sure to check that fragrance out if you have not. And if you're looking for something more season appropriate, then you may want to try the Key, which which is also said to be the key to compliments. So try that fragrance out as well. Now the next fragrance I want to talk about comes from BYRON Parfums, and I haven't talked about this one for a while, but although it's in a new bottle and presentation, it's just the same. The fragrance that I'm talking about is none other than that of MULA. This one is a reigning champion when it comes into the compliment factor, because for me, when I wear this fragrance, how I wear it, the compliments continuously roll in, and the hearts are like Play-Doh and putty in your hand. You can mold it to whatever you want it to be, and this fragrance definitely helps out with that. Now this fragrance is a unisex scent, so be sure to understand that if you are, and I say this all the time, but if you're one of those uber masculine guys and you just don't want anything sweet on you, this is not the fragrance for you. But if you're one of those guys out there who really are into fragrances for the compliment factor, into fragrances to be noticed, then this is one of those scents that are going to do that for you. Now personally, I think that the bottle on this one should be red, but they do have a red one, which is MULA Rouge Extreme, which is a triple dose of those red notes there. So either way that you go with this fragrance, I don't feel like you can go wrong. Longevity, amazing. Smell, amazing. And compliment factor, top tier. Be sure to try this fragrance out, MULA from the house of BYRON Parfums. Now that takes us into our final fragrance on this list today, and listen, this one here does wonders. It's a masterpiece, and I recently got an email from this fragrance house saying, hey, we are back again, which just means they were restocked. And the fragrance is none other than that of KILIAN's Angel Share. Now with KILIAN's Angel Share, if you're searching for this, there's also this French Montana collaboration, and I haven't smelled that one to determine if there's any noticeable difference between the two fragrances, or if it's just one that French Montana slapped his name on. But Angel Share to me is one of those fragrances that deserves 2 or 3 backup bottles in case it ever goes away. We know that KILIAN releases fragrances, we all love them, and then they go away. Okay, so I think this fragrance deserves 2 or 3 backup bottles. I have my own bottle, my wife has her bottle, and she wants backup bottles of this one, rightfully so. And as you heard me mention, my wife, right? My wife wants it. Okay, this is one of those fragrances that the ladies are going to love. You spray this thing on, it's going to be like Play-Doh, man. Putty in the hands. The hearts will just melt because this thing is so good. Angel shares this long-lasting elixir of tonka, cognac, oak wood, and it's just listen, a wonderful masterpiece scent in my personal opinion. Longevity is there, projection is there, and anytime I wear this fragrance, the compliments do roll in, which is why I go to it over and over again. So be sure to try out these 5 fragrances. I have not and will not steer you wrong when it comes down to rocking these fragrances for that compliment factor to make those women fall in love with you, or at least make their hearts melt. Listen, that's all I have for you. As always, I'm your boy, Big B. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Tell a friend that we are back again. And you already know what I need you to do. Just hit the goddamn bell.